Welcome back, meteorologist-Dillon-Gaudet. We are in the middle of a very active weather pattern across the region. We're seeing the rain move in right now, gusty winds moving in later this afternoon, but we have some Arctic air that's going to be moving in for next week. Let's map it all out for you. So 50-mile-an-hour gusts plus possible this afternoon. Rain upwards of an inch. We're seeing that heavier rain falling right now. The heaviest of the rain that's going to be falling all day is moving through right now. We'll be tracking also a changeover to some light snow later on this evening. That snow is going to drop some cold air across the region, and that's going to lead to our snow chance for early next week. For Monday through Tuesday, southeast Kentucky, you have the best chance of seeing accumulating snow, and then that bitter cold will be moving in after that. But there's still some questions on how cold it will get. If we get a layer of snow for most of the region, that's going to allow temperatures to plummet, especially in the morning into the low single digits. Should still get cold even if we don't end up with accumulating snow, but the real cold moves in during the morning hours if we see that layer of snow. So the high wind warning is in effect through this afternoon. We're not seeing these strong gusts yet, but I'll show you in just a moment when we can expect those stronger wind gusts to move on in. The rain right now is helping limit our wind gust potential, but that'll be changing later on today. Sustained winds as high as 20 to 25, even near 30 miles per hour into southeast Kentucky. Still seeing strong wind gusts as high as 50 miles an hour right now in higher elevation areas of Pike County. South central Kentucky also starting to see those winds increasing. As you head through the afternoon, watch how those wind gusts will be increasing by around 4 or 5 o'clock, lasting through around 6 or 7. That's when we are expecting the strongest of the wind gusts as high as, again, 60 miles per hour possible. Overnight, we're still going to stay breezy as we change over to that snow. We're going to start off Saturday with some strong winds, but see some improvement as the day progresses. Looking at Viper radar, seeing that rain moving through the area right now. Heaviest of the rain has moved to the north of Lexington into Scott County, up towards Harrison and Bourbon counties at the moment, but I-75, most of the interstate has dealt with rain, so be careful on those area roads and be careful along I-64s. We're also seeing some of that rain there. So the area low pressure now moving through central Illinois. Notice this clearing taking place right along the Mississippi River there towards the south and the west. As that moves in later this afternoon, that's where we're going to see our strongest of the wind gusts. So the shield of rain exits, but this clearing taking place from St. Louis to Memphis, that's where we're going to punch out some of those 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts across central Kentucky. So that's the area we're watching after that rain does move through. Looking at the temperature contrast behind this system, how about this? Between St. Louis right now and Omaha, Nebraska, which is roughly 400 miles as the crow flies, that's a nearly 50-degree temperature difference. It is 5 degrees there, 8 below as you head up to North and South Dakota, and 50 in St. Louis. So this is a powerful system that's going to draw in that colder air. That's going to give us that snow chance as you head into next week. So watch as that first wave of the rain exits off towards the north and the east. We're going to see that clearing potentially take place across central Kentucky, and that's where we're going to get those stronger wind gusts. Again, after around 3, 4 o'clock, we should start to see that. Then late this evening, we're going to switch over to that rain, from rain to snow, and that could lead to a few slick spots and also reduce visibility, obviously, with the strong winds. And cold temperatures tomorrow morning into the mid-20s. So if there's any lingering moisture on the roadways, that's going to lead to some isolated slick spots, and then we'll finally clear things out a little bit into the afternoon, and then our attention turns to the cold air that will be moving in. So rainfall totals upwards of an inch to the north and the west, lesser amounts the further south and east that you go. So not going to be talking flooding with the system. Still have that low end severe weather risk, but it's really looking unlikely that we'll have straight severe thunderstorms. It's mainly going to be those straight line winds outside of any of that activity that we're watching. Now to Sunday, a secondary front moves through. That's going to drop our temperatures during the day. We may not even hit 20 degrees for a lot of areas Sunday afternoon. And then we're going to see some moisture try to work on in over top of that cold air. So some snow showers as far south as northern Mississippi and Alabama, even with this system. By Tuesday morning, we start to track an area low pressure developing towards the south and the east. And as that moves up the coast, that's going to be giving us that chance of accumulating snow, especially into southeast Kentucky Tuesday. And then by Wednesday morning, that's where the brunt of the cold air will be moving on in. Those temperatures are going to be staying in the teens likely on Tuesday, struggling to reach the low 20s by Wednesday and Thursday. Looking ahead at that full 7-day forecast, so tracking that snow potential for Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday into Tuesday, and then the cold air is with us to start Wednesday morning.